Hi everyone, I'm Anirudh Maddali,
And I'm Druva Krishnaswami.
and this is our sports podcast where we're going to be talking about mostly basketball and maybe some other sports we'll see down the line. But really, we're just doing this to kind of share our interest in sports and trying to get through this time that we're all in. Obviously, without sports, without really much entertainment in general. So we're just kind of doing this out of fun. So thanks for tuning in, first of all, and hope we can, entertain you for some time with our little opinions and topics that we have for you. So let's start with the NBA season restarting at the end of July. So the tentative start date right now is July 31st. And the season restart is also contingent on an agreement with the Walt Disney Company to use the World Resort in Orlando as a single site for all the games, practices, housing. It's basically just going to be a big bubble for all the NBA players to be in, and for them to just, only stay in Orlando for those almost 2 months if they get through the 4 games or the 4 to 8 games, and then the play-ins plus the playoffs, and then the finals also. So it's definitely going to be a grueling, 1.5 month, 2 months for the NBA players, right?
Yeah, for sure. Wait, just as a side note, aren't they using 2K crowd noise instead of actual fans?
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's gonna be so funny. Oh my god.
Dude, everyone's just going to be trying to click enter whenever David Aldridge shows up.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Yeah, I've seen social media just completely bang on him for that, because
who actually listens to David Aldridge when they're
no
playing 2K though? Like no one.
Yeah,
I'll be skipping that shit every time.
Right
when he comes on screen, I'm hitting the A so fast. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I can't remember the last time I actually listened to commentary when I played 2K, and I played 2K a lot. So yeah, it's been quite a while. Yeah,
that crowd noise is gonna be too funny. I swear.
Yeah, no, and also with the 2K glitches, it's gonna be pretty funny, because sometimes when you're playing 2K and you get a game winner or something, the crowd just goes silent, and it's like your home crowd. It just doesn't make sense sometimes. So that's just gonna be something that 2K's gotta fix and make sure that they don't screw up.
I'd lose it if I was an NBA player and it's just like the stock ass crowd noise. I'd just be dying the entire game. I swear. Someone throws down a dunk and it's just like the most stock crowd noise. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. Some of the elite players will be. I don't know. They kind of feed off of that energy, like Giannis, LeBron.
Exactly. Crowd reaction is so
crowd energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, just imagine Giannis doing his patent celebration to just an empty crowd. It's just not going to hit the same,
It definitely won't hit the same.
Dame Time hits his wrist. There's just no crowd reaction. That's just going to be so goofy, I swear.
I like how you brought up Dame, because, oh my, we have a lot to talk about the Portland Trailblazers today, and let's start off with naming the 22 returning teams for the season restart. So in the Eastern Conference, and this is going from 1 to, I think, 9 for the Eastern Conference. Yeah, 9 teams that are coming back in the Eastern Conference. So it's Milwaukee Bucks, Toronto Raptors, Boston Celtics, Miami Heat, Indiana Pacers, Philadelphia 76ers, Brooklyn Nets, Orlando Magic, and the Washington Wizards. Now,
rest in peace, man. I hope the Pistons. I wish the Pistons were in there, but you know how trash they are. That's so tough.
No, the Pistons, they need to rebuild. They need to hit that rebuild. They're in rebuild mode without being in rebuild mode. That's how washed they are.
They've been trash for so long. I'm just kind of used to it, and their drafting is just so trash. So it's not gonna be good for the Motor City in the next 10 years, I swear, unless they draft a stud. But that never happens.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but sometimes, at least one good thing is that for these bad teams, some of them have some fire jerseys. But this year, the Pistons got some terrible jerseys.
Don't disrespect the gray jerseys. Those are fire. Don't even cap. Those are nice.
No, but the city ones with the red and blue stripes.
I'm disrespecting the Motor City. All right.
I think about aprons whenever I think about aprons whenever I think about that jersey. Oh my.
Uh,
Anyway, enough with
and
the Pistons slander.
in
We
the
gotta
Western
move on.
Conference, we got the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Jazz, the Thunder, Rockets, Mavs, Grizzlies, and the Blazers. That's gonna be kind of
Actually, there's a
interesting.
couple more after that because they're bringing in like 3 to 4 more teams. There's going to be the Pelicans, the Kings, Spurs, and Suns. Now, basically the only, I guess, like 3 teams, maybe even 2, but the only 3 teams that are vying for that 8th seed, the valuable 8th seed in the Western Conference, is going to be the
So they can get
Grizzlies,
smacked by
Blazers.
the Lakers.
Yeah, they're going to get so smacked. Yeah,
That's a
but
clean sweep right there.
yeah, but the NBA definitely, like, you can tell from social media, obviously, and NBA Twitter, Instagram, wherever, that the NBA really, really, really wants a Zion and LeBron matchup in the first round,
Oh yeah,
and that's why.
that'll be
That's
huge for
honestly why
ratings.
they
Yeah.
brought. Yeah, because I think that the Pelicans and the Kings, I think, are like 1 or 2 games apart, and the Blazers
Mhm.
also. So, if they have to bring in the Pelicans, then they're basically going to have to bring in the Kings, Spurs, and Suns. And let's be honest, Suns and Spurs, I don't think they're going to. They're definitely not making it.
Oh no,
Kings,
for
not.
sure. Kings, no.
Pelicans. For the
Pelicans, I doubt
Pelicans,
it. I doubt it.
yeah,
They're too young of a team. They have no experience.
yeah. Also, with the Pelicans, I feel like it's like everything has to go right for them, and everything like bad has to like basically like the Grizzlies and their players have to screw up completely, and the Pelicans have to win everything. Yeah, like along with
I
the
don't know.
playing the
That's
little
like a
playing
low
tournament.
chance. Yeah, I
Yeah,
doubt that'll happen.
and with all the videos of like Zion's interviews and stuff, dude, I don't know if that man is like under 300 anymore. That man looks like he's been eaten for the past few months.
That's what
He's
quarantine will do
just
to you, man. I swear. He's not on his
yeah,
grind. He's not out here grinding.
yeah. Same thing for like Luka. I heard his
Yeah,
so,
he said he's not NBA ready. Yeah,
yeah, his trainer said he's not NBA. Meanwhile, Jokic is coming back with abs and all.
yeah.
Dude.
Yo, Jokic. I thought he was Porzingis for a second there in that one picture. My
Yeah,
God.
and Skinny Harden. Dude, Skinny Harden is going to be.
Oh, did you see Ben Simmons?
Oh,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
no, yeah,
That
but
man's
I don't
jacked.
know.
God damn.
Simmons, I feel like every time I see a Simmons picture, it's like, who can stop this man? Straight at 3-point line, man. There's
3-point
nothing
shot.
else.
Yeah, the 3-point shot can stop him.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
I swear, he'd be working on everything except his shot, man. Come on, I want to
Yeah,
see
I
him
remember,
sink some
was it
threes.
last summer? Last summer when there's like videos of him shooting threes at like a pickup thing, and everyone started going crazy. I think he did
Yeah,
that those 2 threes in preseason, and just didn't attempt anymore
yeah,
throughout the
exactly.
season.
I mean, practice and in game is two completely different things. But still, I mean, if you're knocking them down in practice, you might as well chuck up a couple mid game. Come on,
Yeah,
man. Especially when you're
and
wide open.
with their matchups and stuff, he's definitely gonna have to take at least like right now. With the matchups, he's definitely gonna have to take some sort of deep shots. If
I
it's
know.
not 3, it's gonna be at least like a mid range. He's got to get a mid range. That's
I
what
know.
think.
I know. It's
Yeah.
it's actually disgusting the defense that they're playing on him, just sagging off completely. It's so disrespectful.
Yeah. I mean,
He
it's
needs to
not
know what he's
disrespectful
doing.
because he just doesn't take them. Like, it's one
I
thing
know,
if you
but
can't make them,
I know,
but
but
if he
it.
just doesn't take it, it's a completely different
I
topic.
know, but it's so disrespectful. Like you're dribbling down and some dude's just like guarding you from the paint, and you're just like standing there like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah, no, the Sixers, but the Sixers are a nightmare matchup, and that's definitely what I want to talk about, especially because the Sixers are my dark horse to make it to the finals. Obviously, I want the Bucks, but I think that the Sixers are the next like real team to make it out of the East because of their matchups. Who's going to guard Joel Embiid, and other than from the 3-point line, who's going to guard Ben Simmons? But in the West, though, I think that we should first focus on the Grizzlies, the Blazers, and the Pelicans. Mainly the Grizzlies and Blazers because they're the 8th and 9th seed. And for the restart format, there's a special play-in tournament that's for the 8th and 9th seeds. And if the 8th and 9th seeds are within 4 games of each other, then basically what happens is the team with the 8th seed would have to win 1 game against the 9th seed, and the 9th seed would have to win 2 out of basically a best out of 3 series, And if the ninth seed does that, then they become the eighth seed and make it to the playoffs, which is definitely an interesting format. I think they did that because the Blazers were really, really like concerned for their playoff berth, because I think that obviously Dame was talking a lot on social media saying like, oh yeah, if I show up to Orlando and I know that I'm not going to make the playoffs, like I'm just not going to play. I'll be there for my team, but I'm not going to play, which is a problem because he is a super exciting player to watch. That man, when he gets hot, he gets hot.
It's must see. Actually, it's so good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that matchup, Grizzlies
let's talk about the 8th and 9th. Yeah, Grizzlies and Trailblazers. What do you think?
I think the Grizzlies would win in that matchup, especially since they have to win one game. I definitely think they can clutch it out.
Yeah, that's definitely a concern. I've been talking to friends from high school and stuff, and some of them are big Blazers guys or big Dame guys, and they're saying that once you get into that like first round of playoffs and stuff, like obviously the Blazers, even if they make that 8th seed, it's not like they're going to upset the Lakers. But I feel like Dame has that mentality in the beginning of the playoffs that we saw like against OKC last year, where once he like starts that, I guess like that zero dark 30 mode, it's just he puts everything in the first round, and I feel like once he does that, it's really hard for the Blazers to lose. But at the same time, like you said, the Grizzlies have to win one game.
Exactly.
Like
they've already in the season already won against the Blazers this season. So I don't know. I think that the Grizzlies have just a better overall team than the Blazers, because literally all the Blazers have are just Damian and CJ.
Yeah, and CJ's not having a great year. Let me pull up his stats, because I don't know. I feel like he's not like bad, or like he's not playing bad, but I feel like he was playing better last year, and the year that they upset the Pelicans? No, they got upset by the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Those 2 seasons he played a lot better. This year he was kind of like
averaging,
there.
He's averaging 23, 4 and 4 this season.
Yeah, 23, 4 and 4, which is definitely not bad. I don't know if it's a career high. Let's see. So he was averaging. Okay, so he was averaging points per game. Where's points per game? Okay, so 21 last year. He's averaging 23 this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a little better. And then the 2016-2017 season, he was averaging 23. So, I don't know. He's been around that kind of 23, 22, 21 range, which is definitely not bad.
He's playing more minutes, too. He's playing more minutes this season also, so I don't know. I'd assume that his numbers should be a little bit more up.
Yeah, his field goal percentage is also like around the same, 45%, which is definitely not bad. I just feel like because Dame takes so many shots, his usage rate is so high, especially with all the injuries that they had to go through with Nurkic going down, Zach Collins, and then I feel like Rodney Hood with the Achilles injury in the beginning of the year. I saw a video of him shooting around. I don't think he's going to be back for Orlando, but definitely something that they can look forward to next year, having him back as a 2A player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now with the Blazers, though, do you think that Dame has enough firepower to, I don't know, somehow pull off a miracle and get them into that 8th seed?
I think it'll be close, but I just don't think he's gonna get over that hump. 2 games is gonna be tough, and the Grizzlies just have better matchups. Honestly, especially down low, they're just gonna dominate them with Jaren Jackson, Brandon Clark, Valanciunas. It's just gonna be gross to see, actually, because I don't know, the inside presence for the Blazers isn't that great, And they might have Whiteside,
and then Nurkic is coming back after that gruesome injury. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, with your own discretion, go look that up. Nurkic's injury, it's pretty bad.
But how effective is he actually going to be coming off that injury though? I don't know. It's going to be tough for him to be effective.
I mean, he was really only there for defense anyway, or else they don't even have height, because they have Trevor Ariza at the 3, maybe at the 4 sometimes, because they have Dame, CJ, and then they'll have I completely am blanking out the Blazers roster, but I know that
they have Ariza, and then Who
Oh
they
yeah,
play?
Melo. Oh my God,
Melo.
Melo.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Forgot about Melo. Yeah, so I'll have
yeah,
Melo and then Ariza and then Whiteside or Nurkic.
yeah, yeah. I
I
feel
don't
like
know,
if
man.
they they'll definitely bring Nurkic off the bench. Yeah, but as you're saying, the Grizzlies, yeah, they got some serious height.
Exactly. Dylan
Because
Brooks at 6'7" at the 2 or
yeah,
3.
he's a two guard, right? And he's
Yeah,
6'7". Yeah,
yeah, that's gonna be
they're
crazy.
all.
Valanciunas is a 7-footer, man. Like they
And
just
with
have they have
Ja's athleticism, that man does not play like he's 6'1". He plays like he's like 6'4", 6'5",
man, the
with
way
all
he can
that.
get above the rim, man. Yeah, it's crazy. You got
Yeah, I
serious
saw.
length.
What is it? The other day when he was balling at like some local gym, the man did a windmill and he was making eye contact with the rim. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
man, it's
chill.
crazy. Jaws on another level. He's gonna be special.
Yeah, that's good. That's definitely going to be a great matchup. Dame and Ja. I'd
Right.
love to see that. I'd love for them to see because, dude, that man he has a lot of arrogance for for a rookie, like in a good way, obviously, but like he talks a lot
And he
of
backs
trash.
it up. He
Yeah, he
backs it
definitely
up.
backs it up. I love that.
So in the game that the Grizzlies played against the Blazers, Ja actually backed it up. He went for 29 and 5,
Not
whereas
bad, not bad.
Damian Lillard got 20, 10, and 5. So very comparable numbers. So
Yeah,
that matchup's gonna be
obviously,
pretty exciting.
obviously the Grizzlies I think overall have a better team. I
Yes.
personally think that the Grizzlies would be a better matchup for the Lakers. I mean,
Oh
I,
yeah,
I
for
don't
sure,
see
for
that. I
sure.
don't see either of them beating the Lakers.
No, I
I
think it's
think that
gonna
the
end in a
Grizzlies,
sweep either
yeah.
way.
Oh,
Honestly,
sweet, really. I think the
yeah,
Grizzlies
sweep.
could pull off one, like, I don't know, I shouldn't say at home, but I guess like one of the third and fourth games, because that's when they might rest AD or Braun a little, and Ja might. I don't know. I just feel like they might pull off one just to kind of show their presence. I definitely don't
Nah,
think that
I
the
think it's
guys that
gonna be a
they have
sweep,
on their
bro.
team
It's gonna be a sweep. I'm pretty positive.
get the booms
We'll
out.
see, but it's
All
gonna
right.
be a
Okay.
bloodbath. Because
Okay.
again, I mean, the Grizzlies have a good team. They just don't have any experience. And then if the Blazers win, they're just gonna get destroyed down low. So like either
Yeah.
way,
No.
it's just gonna be bad.
For sure. I mean, moving on from I guess those two teams because let's be honest, that first round matchup for the Lakers is going to be quite a walk in the park to say the least.
Pretty easy.
No matter, yeah, I mean they have basically all the height they need. They have all the superstars they need, so I don't think they should be worrying about that first round matchup.
Exactly.
Let's see. So we got the Clippers. Okay, so right now let's just talk about basically like I guess that the wave that's going around in the NBA community and overall in the sports community also because people are starting to I guess go against the plan of returning to Orlando to resume the season, and it's
Right.
basically because people think that it's not a great time due to what's happening across the country with the pandemic, with the Black Lives Matter movement, and there's a lot of important things that are going around the country, and I think that some people, including Kyrie Irving, I think Melo, Dwight Howard, obviously
Yep.
Steven Jackson, so some pretty important people in the NBA community. They're all advocating for, I guess I don't even know if it's going to be postponing or just canceling the season. But they're definitely against resuming the season in Orlando. So first, what are your thoughts about this?
See, I can argue for either side, honestly. Obviously, with if you postpone the season, then you get more people taking the initiative to protest and to get their voice heard. But at the same time, if you resume the season, since the NBA is such a large platform, millions of people are going to be watching. You can definitely spread a bunch of messages through that also. So
I agree with that second point clearly because there's so many important things going around the country, and I honestly I love that we are bringing around change like this, but at the same time let me talk like from a logical standpoint. There are like TV deals and advertisement deals that are going around the country because of the NBA now, and especially because it's resuming.
Right.
There's a lot of money that could be lost from that. And yeah,
Right.
obviously
A lot of money that
the
can
movement,
be donated.
Yeah, no,
Donated
that's
to
my
BLM.
main point right
Yeah.
there. And to
BLM
people who say like,
organization.
to people who say like, my the movement is more important than the money. Yes, of course it is. But at the same time, the combined millions that the players will make, especially because they're also invested in this movement as well, like people like LeBron. I definitely think that a lot of these players will look to donate a lot of their earnings, whatever their salary or whatever they win from winning and stuff, over to charities, to foundations, to the movement itself. And at the same time, for the playoffs, especially because the playoffs are going through September, through October, and then the finals are going to end like halfway through October. That's a time when there's basically nothing else. I mean, yes, the NFL is going to start up, but it's still going to be early in the season, so the entire focus is going to be on the NBA. And I think that players will have the biggest stage in the world to voice their opinions, to show their influence, to really stand out as a role model to people across the world, across the country. People like Giannis and LeBron already doing that by through social media, protesting and everything. So I definitely think that we should resume the season and just give it a chance, because there's a lot of opportunities that can come out of this, and I don't think that we should just blow that. Despite
with all the money
that's
that can be made, a lot of change can occur.
Yeah, there's still a lot of that's the main thing. I just think that people can still make change with the season resuming.
Right.
Now, moving on to, let's see, how long are we? Okay, so we got a decent amount of time still. So, do you want to talk about currently the standings and like the first round playoffs and stuff like that? Because I think that would be all right. So let's start with the East. So with the Bucks they locked in the first seed. They locked in the best. I think right now they would be the best record in NBA no matter what. I think so they will be facing either the Magic or the Wizards, and the Wizards are like 5 games behind the Magic, so I don't see them really getting into the 8th seed. So the Bucks are going to eat, man. Giannis he's going to be playing like 20 minutes a game and scoring like 30 and just chilling for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's a sweep. It's the Magic. They're pretty trash.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the roster right now, like, yeah, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, especially because the Bucks, I think a lot of them, like, they're itching to get back. They don't have any kind of like people about coming back and stuff. They all just want to compete, get back. So I think they're all hungry for a deep playoffs berth, the finals berth, probably a championship. We don't know. We'll see. But one thing is that, like, so I listened to Don 2K's podcast, right? And they're all like, they're from Orlando, so they continuously trash on the Magic. Who do they have who could even, like, I guess, like, give some sort of fight for the Bucks?
Vucevic, Aaron Gordon,
Fournier, maybe. Definitely. Yeah, Gordon, Fournier.
Markel, and I don't even know.
Game 1, DJ Augustine from
DJ Augustine. No way.
Game 1. Do you remember that from last year when he hit that game winner against the Raptors? In the first round, game 3 against the Raptors, and everyone just started going crazy because they're like, "Oh, the Raptors suck again." LeBronto, all that, and look where we are now.
Man.
So that brings us to our next matchup: the Raptors and Raptors and the
Nets.
Interesting. And I think Kyrie's out. Kyrie's out indefinitely. So, and even with the movement and his opinions, I don't think that would matter because he's injured. So, or he's like coming off of surgery or something. So he's not playing. So it's going to be Dinwiddie, LeVert. Well, what do you think about this? Give me a prediction.
I think the Raptors are going to win this one. Probably going to be like a 4-1, 4-2 maybe. It's
4-2, really?
4-1, 4-2 maybe. Probably going to be around 4-1. I mean, the Nets have some fight in them. Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, DeAndre Jordan, got that shooting from Joe Harris too. So I think they can probably steal a game or two.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust the Nets. I guess like in a matchup sense against the Raptors because the Raptors got they got some great defenders like Chris Boucher.
Yeah,
Obviously
Siakam,
and then OG Anunoby. Yeah, I remember at one point everyone was like, I think this like before he had his like first injury or something. Everyone was like, "Oh, he's the guy to guard LeBron now because he's like 6'8", 6'9". And he actually like he played some good defense on LeBron like one regular season game, and they started chirping, and then LeBron happened. So that's that.
LeBron's LeBron. Only person I can call him down to why.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely get to that because I have. Oh man, I'm really looking forward to the Western Conference playoffs because basically every single matchup is going to be nice. Before we get to that though, still got to look into the Celtics and the Sixers. So once again,
that's going to be a hell of a matchup.
We're going to get a Boston and Philly matchup once again for like what, the third year in a row now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a great series. Matchups again. Who's going to guard Embiid, especially because the Celtics traded away Aaron Baines, who's now like who became Steph Curry for like a few games.
Oh my god, Aaron Baines, the absolute GOAT. Oh my god,
the man made like 6 threes,
eight threes, 6 something like that. Yeah, dude, I just did not expect that. Who would have thought Aaron
Curry
Baines,
after he left the Celtics? Aaron Baines.
Yeah, so who's gonna guard Embiid, man? Like, I know for a fact Enes Kanter can't. He's probably one of the worst defenders I've seen. He's so bad. He's good offensively, but defensively,
I completely forgot that Kanter's on the Celtics. I still thought he was on the Blazers because he was in that. He was just chirping throughout that whole series with the Thunder last year. So I thought he was still on there, but yeah, no, he's on the Celtics now.
He's on the Celtics.
He's pretty useless, honestly, because
oh my god, he has so much to be desired, man. This is so bad.
Yeah,
he's just gonna get eaten up down low.
The Celtics are very backcourt loaded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of backcourt players and wings mostly. They don't have any presence in the paint, which is kind of a problem. It's gonna hurt them definitely. If let's say they get past the Sixers, and I don't know about that. It's definitely going to take a lot from Tatum and Kemba. And after watching this season, I am a huge fan of Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum really stepped up for sure. And the matchup against him and Matisse Thybulle is going to be something to watch.
Oh wait, what you're going to say? I'm just saying. I think they're going to put Tatum on Simmons for like most of the games, unless they want him to conserve some energy and go off on the offensive side. But at the same time, dude, you're not letting Kemba guard Ben Simmons. Why would you do that?
No, I mean like when the Celtics are on offense, you put Thybulle on him. I think
why would the Sixers do that then?
He's a better defender.
He's not a better defender than Simmons.
Sure about that, bro?
In the regular season, Simmons played on him for basically the 3 games that they played together. They played against each other, and I mean, Tatum still got his. Simmons got his too because on the offensive side, I think they put Kemba or like Marcus Smart on him. No, I just think that there's going to be a lot of switching. Yeah, there's going to be so much switching in that series because the Sixers and the
Celtics have.
And the thing is, the Celtics, the Sixers. They did a very smart move the postseason by signing Al Horford because the Celtics had one guy who could kind of guard Embiid, and the Sixers said, "Okay, we're just going to take him."
Yeah.
And now the Celtics have no one to guard Embiid, so he's going to definitely.
He's going to eat for sure.
It's going to be bad for the Celtics, but I think.
Yeah, I don't think the Celtics winning this one. Honestly, I think.
Really? You don't see it? What's your prediction?
I think it's going to go to a Game 7, but I think it's going to be 4-3 Sixers.
4, 3, 6 is game 7. Interesting. Okay.
Just because that wing play is going to be dominant for the Celtics, but just down low, my man Joel Embiid is just going to eat. So it's going to be close. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I don't see any clear winner in that series. I have favorites on both sides. I like Simmons and Tatum. I don't know. I'm gonna say Celtics. Don't know how many though, because you can't see with this playoff. With these playoffs, you can't really guess the series numbers that well because you don't have home court advantage anymore. I think that's a big problem. So right now, even you could say 6 games, and usually people it's really hard to close a series in 6 games, especially if you're the higher seed because you're not at home. So it's a little harder, and the home team is going to be playing against the wall and really fighting for a game 7. But I think the Celtics could edge it out in a game 6, something like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Sixers got it in 7.
Yeah, it'll be a really good matchup for sure.
Yeah. And speaking of good matchups, I actually think the Heat and Pacers are going to be a great matchup, and that's obviously the final first-round matchup because it's just a lot of defense. That entire series is going to be pure. It's going to be whoever's a better defender, and obviously that's true for any series. But I'm saying the Heat and Pacers got a lot of wings, got a lot of really good defenders on the backcourt and frontcourt.
Each side of the ball, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, man, the matchups are really good too, both sides.
They are. What do you think?
I just think the Heat will edge out this one. Again, it might be a game 6, game 7 type thing, but I think the Heat are gonna pull it out.
Yeah, I think
they have the shooting, they have the leadership, and they have the defense.
Definitely.
Because that big sign of Andre Iguodala is going to be really good leadership-wise. Jimmy Butler also has just the experience in the playoffs. You have the shooting from Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, the playmaking, the defensive skill from Bam, and just I don't know. I think that they just play better together as a team.
Yeah,
and they're surprising everyone.
They're looking good. I loved watching their games this season because they matched up really well with some of the better teams in the league. I remember they beat the Bucks twice, I think, and let's see, they had some great games against the Lakers, the Clippers. I remember they had a great game against the Clippers. Yeah, they're just a really versatile team.
They're pretty deep,
also. They're very deep.
Yeah, they got Kendrick Nunn too, Goran Dragic.
Yeah, and you have to give it to the Pacers because no one thought that they would be in this position, especially with Oladipo coming back from that injury and not playing much of the season. Sabonis stepped up.
TJ Warren really stepped up.
TJ Warren is a pest when it comes to defense. That man is. He gets up into every small forward shooting guard's face, and really, he really makes them work for a bucket, which is great. I love to see that because,
of course, first time.
Of course, if you guys don't know, from the regular season, Jimmy Butler and TJ Warren had this huge dispute or something in the middle of a game where I think TJ Warren was guarding Butler and. He fouled him, and then they started chirping. And I think both of them got tossed right during that game.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
That's gonna be nice because that's gonna be a key matchup during that. During that series, especially because I don't think they have many other people. The Pacers, at least, they don't have many other people to guard Butler because he's their go-to guy. Jimmy Buckets. That man. He can make some really, really tough late-minute shots, and I respect him for that. So I'm looking forward to the Heat facing off against the Pacers.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard matchup.
But now, moving on to the Western Conference. So do you want to start off with the first-round matchup? Obviously, we talked about it a little, so we can just give our predictions.
Lakers. That's just going to be Lakers. All the way. That one's pretty obvious, I think. That's
you say get the brooms out.
Yeah, I think that's a sweep.
Okay, I'm going to say about 5 games. Just a rough estimate. Clippers and Mavericks. Ooh, dude. Okay, I love the Mavs because I'm a huge fan of Luka and Porzingis. But now
And the GOAT, yeah, Boban too.
Okay, Boban. Yeah, they definitely have some presence in the paint. But after hearing Luka is not exactly in the best shape, the Clips are going to sweep because it was going to be a 5-game series anyway.
Sweep.
They're definitely going to sweep. Porzingis can't back down anybody. He's definitely not going to post up Montrez. And Kawhi's going to have his. PG's going to have his. Luka's going to get locked up because he's just not in great shape. I don't know how well he's going to get back to.
He's a competitor. He'll get back to shape, man. He's a competitor.
But I don't know how well he's going to get back into like MVP candidate Luka. I don't trust that, especially in the amount of time that he has left. So I'm going to say Clippers in 4, maybe 5 if they decide to load manage Kawhi or something.
Maybe 5, yeah. The Clippers are just too deep, man. They just have playmakers across the board.
For sure. Yeah, the Clippers are dangerous.
Look at this team, my God.
Man, they basically can play through their 15th man and not have to worry because all of them give them valuable minutes, valuable defense, great shooting,
and they have just playmakers across the board. And then if you really want to just like last minute clutch time, you have Kawhi and PG.
And you have Lou, Sweet Lou.
Lou, and you have Trez holding it down in the paint. Yeah, man.
And if you want to go against like traditional bigs, you got Zubac, whatever his name is. Yeah, the Clippers they're a pumped up version of the Sixers in terms of like how much of a nightmare they are defensively. Yeah. Because they're going to be. I think of it as like they're. I remember people saying this early in the season, but they're like, oh yeah, they're going to be the Chicago Bulls again because once you step past half court, you got like Ron Harper, Jordan, Pippen all waiting for you, and now you got
Patrick Beverly, Kawhi, PG, and Trez, man. Like, you just how you even get past that? Yeah.
In the playoffs, they were going to be locked in, and I definitely like to see that because they're probably the best team in the league.
Yes, I think so.
Maybe, I don't know. Depending on if you're a Bron stan or not.
Yeah, I think the Clippers are a better overall team than the Lakers. Even though the record doesn't show it, I definitely think that's the case.
Yeah. But moving on to the Nuggets and the Rockets. Now, I'm actually surprised that the Rockets will... I actually don't think that the Rockets going to be in this after the 4 games or whatever, how many games they have to play. But the Nuggets and the Rockets, that's going to be a very, very interesting series. I'm just saying this now. If the Rockets get, kicked out of the playoffs in that first round, Harden and Westbrook are going to get so much damage to their resumes and to their careers. It's just going to be such a dark spot on them because for them they teamed up to get through the playoffs in a very very fashionable way, I guess, with all the small ball and no big men and everything. And if that goes completely to shit, then you don't have anything to really talk about because the Rockets, because Russell Westbrook can't be like, oh, I didn't have shooters on my team, so I didn't win. You have basically shooters. And then Harden is like, oh, I don't have like a second.
You have Westbrook.
So I don't see how they can like really take all this criticism if they don't win at least this first round of series. And
the Nuggets are going to win the series, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I honestly, I don't trust the Rockets to win against Jokic, Michael Porter Jr.
Okay, so that means PJ Tucker's going to have to guard Jokic. That's a GG already.
Yeah, especially Jokic with abs. I mean, that's...
Jokic with abs is a whole different animal. It's like Clay in June, bro, I swear.
Yeah, let's see. So they got Jamal Murray, Gary Harris,
Michael Porter, Paul Millsap, Monte Morris, Will Barton, who has been just playing so good, too.
Yeah, the Nuggets are. Oh my.
Jeremy
They got
Grant too as a
roster.
defender.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jeremy Grant. They picked him up in free agency last
that
year,
was
right?
such a
Because
good
he left.
pickup. Yeah,
That was a great
such
pickup
a
because
good
now
pickup.
they just got so many guys who can play like basically 2 to 4,
Yeah,
and just give them valuable minutes. So
yeah. Mason
yeah.
Plumlee with the ties. Yeah,
hmm Troy
Bol
They
Bol
picked
with
up
the
Troy
ties
Daniels.
too.
I did not know they had Troy Daniels.
Oh yeah, shooting right there too.
Yeah,
Man,
no, they got some great
got a
pieces,
nice team.
and
Yeah,
I think that obviously because they don't have much experience, that's gonna pay out. That's gonna like show in the later rounds. But against the Rockets, I'm
yeah.
sorry,
It's just gonna be bad.
the Harden's gonna have to put up like 50, and PJ Tucker. Oh my God, he's
What
gonna
is
be
PJ
just
Tucker gonna
tortured.
do against Jokic?
He's
Like,
gonna be
what's
tortured every night.
he's just gonna be?
Just
He's just gonna get destroyed. Just back
yeah,
down. Just oh man, it's gonna be it's gonna be so funny to watch that
yeah.
small
And for
ball
those of you
lineup.
listening, and if like you're like a Rockets fan or like a Harden fan or Westbrook fan, I'm not. This is not slander. Okay, I'm literally calling it as I see it. Look at the matchups, man. Like their average height for the Rockets is like 6'6", 6'7". The Nuggets are like what 6'7", 6'8". Like okay,
Yeah,
that's average because I'm taking in like Jamal Murray, Gary Harris. But if you look
yeah.
at like basically the wings and the front court, the Rockets are so screwed. Like who is going to just post everyone up and you're fine? The Nuggets don't even have to worry about. I mean, they obviously have to worry about the front court, or the back court. Sorry, but I don't know. I don't see the Rockets getting out of that
And
matchup. I
plus, if
think
the
that the
Rockets
Rockets.
can't hit their threes, they're just gonna keep getting blown out. Like
Oh
that's
yeah,
just
no, definitely. If they go 37 misses in a quarter again, like against the Warriors in
yeah, it's gonna be
2018, they're
trash. Like
so
if Harden just keeps chucking up threes and missing them, boom, it's
yeah.
over.
But hey, Skinny Harden might prove us all wrong. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, can Skinny Harden make threes? I
Skinny
don't know,
Harden.
man. Will Harden ever stop chucking up shots? I don't know, man.
No, he needs to keep. If they're going to get through that series, so Westbrook and Harden need to they need to play like 46 minutes a game and never
That's
let
gonna
go of
take
the
a
ball.
toll on him in the entire series too.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh
but
my
they just
god.
need for the Rockets to at least have some sort of a success in this season. They need to get past the first round, and because that's like the benchmark at this point,
Yeah.
especially with the lineup changes and everything. Um, let's see. Yeah, no, the Rockets. I think that they definitely need to win some of those like those final regular season games because if they face like the Thunder or the Jazz, that's a much better matchup for them, and I definitely see that as a win for them. But no, the Nuggets, I don't see
Not
that,
the
especially
Nuggets,
with the
man.
with the forwards and
Yeah,
the big men that they have. Hell no,
yeah. I think it's gonna be 4-2 Nuggets.
4-2. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
say that
I
6 or
think
7.
yeah, I think the Rockets will get hot from three for a couple games, and
Yeah,
that'll
no,
propel
for
them
sure.
to victory. Yeah. All right.
Now,
Next matchup.
next matchup, and this is the last matchup currently. This obviously these are all the current standings, so these could vary a little, like with those last few games in the regular season. The last matchup is the Utah Jazz versus the OKC Thunder, and I just got to give it to Chris Paul, man. First of all, because
Yeah, he proved me wrong.
his
Oh my
career
god.
to die. They just sent him to
And he
OKC,
just
where
threw up a middle finger to everyone. Oh my
yeah,
god,
no,
man. He's been playing out of his mind.
Yeah, I never really was a CP3 fan until this year, and then I barely watched OKC games because like who's gonna watch an OKC game? Really, I mean, let's be honest. Outside of
Hey,
Oklahoma,
they have some exciting players, all right? Don't sleep. Don't
no,
sleep.
I like Shea and I like CP3, but dude, I'm not watching that game. Like I'm not gonna be there on like a Friday night watching what an OKC and like Phoenix game. That's no, I wouldn't do that to myself. So
Okay, come on.
I
Okay, first of all, I want to see Shea, and I also want to see Aaron Baines. Come on. Who doesn't want
Aaron
to watch
Baines,
that
oh my
matchup?
god.
Who doesn't want to watch that matchup, man?
I think I watched one OKC game this season, and it was the game that is at OKC. The game when CP3 went between the legs of Hartenstein and then had that layup at the end of the game, basically like
Mhm.
calling it game. It was like there's still like a minute left, but they were that ahead that it was just like, oh yeah, we're done. and he just goes to the crowd like, "Oh yeah, I'm done, like get me out of here." And it was just such a cool moment for him because they legit sent his career to die, man. Like he was not supposed to be doing this. He was supposed to be just like a role model, give them like a lowly
leadership
10,
type,
like 15-7 or something like that, and then just live out the season.
Nope, he's going down swinging, man.
Yeah, but so who do you think? So the Jazz, obviously, they're deep. They're very deep. Who do you think is going to get out of this matchup? How do you think OKC is going to fare against the Jazz?
I think the Jazz will take this one, just because they have more. I mean, the Jazz. Yeah, they have more. They have more playmakers, I think. They have, for one, Donovan Mitchell. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, man, it's Donovan Mitchell.
They have the best defender in the league, Rudy Gobert, who shut down the league. So obviously,
best defender, shut down the entire league. They have Bogdanovich for the scoring.
Oh yeah, no, but he makes some great last-minute shots like that. Man, for sure. I don't know. He looks like some ordinary dude, but he can pull off some.
Yeah, he just looks like a middle-aged dad at the local YMCA, but he's still.
They got a couple of those. They got a couple of those on the Jazz. Bogdanovich. They got
Joe Ingles. Yeah.
Uncle Joe. Uncle Jingles.
Man, he really does look like an uncle, man, doesn't he?
Uncle Joe. Yeah, no, I've been heavy on the Uncle Joe train ever since he murked PG in that playoff series 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Dude, like I love PG. Don't get me wrong, but dude, I'm not getting. That was low-key embarrassing. Like Ingles, he went off.
Don't sleep on Joe Ingles. My man's a sharpshooter.
Yeah. No, but at the same time, actually, I remember it was a couple of weeks ago. Ingles said that he might not be playing in the season because he thought that spending all that time away from his family, especially during all this this pandemic and everything, is going to be definitely tough if his family can't be with him. And let's say like there's some chance of him getting the virus, then he didn't want to go back home and affect his family, which I definitely understand. But at the same time, they really need him. I don't know if he's a scorer. Is he a starter? I actually don't know.
I don't think. I think he's coming off the bench.
Okay, but yeah, that definitely gives him a lot of depth because he's a great scorer, great 3-point guy. I think he plays some defense. I don't know. Played a lot on PG, so.
Yeah, I think the Jazz will take this one though.
Yeah, I see that too. Anyway, so that's
6 games. Yeah.
6 games. Okay. Yeah, that seems like a very even matchup. So I'd say 6 or 7.
Yep.
Damn, it just really sucks that we can't have home court advantage. That's just because it's so hard to predict now. Because
exactly.
if you get clicking one day, then you get clicking. You don't have anyone there to support you or to boo you.
Yeah, you just have that 2K stock crowd noise, man. I don't think that's gonna do it. Because it's just gonna be so funny, man. Just think about it. Just the stock crowd noise is gonna be so funny.
Yeah, it's
man. It's like just getting hyped for the crowd noise. Oh my god, in the empty stadium. Oh man.
I was on Twitter the other day, and they're like, they should put in the Chris Smoove, dialogues and stuff. So whenever someone makes a 3, you hear the splash,
the auto-tune splash. No, you know what I want to see? I want to see freaking every time someone hits a 3, that Irish Spring green, man. That's what I want to use. Man.
Yeah. Honestly, it'd be pretty funny to hear YouTube 2K guys commentate on these NBA games.
No.
HTB going green.
That's gonna be funny, yeah. This smooth commentary. I want to see some flight commentary over these games, like Rudy Gobert, the casual. That'll be too funny.
He's watching the Nuggets and he goes it's like I can get a 10-day on this team. So
yeah, it's like a 10-day contract player. Like, man, I could do that dunk. Just the cameras weren't on.
Oh man, but we're in June, so we should be able to see all that from flight right now. Just saying. FTC stand up.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Funny dude.
that's enough. That's enough 2K YouTuber slander for now, though. Let's see. So we covered pretty much everything on our list for today, I think, right? Talking about the resuming of the season, the teams that are going to be there, the 8th and 9th seeds play-in tournament, and then the first round matchups as they are right now. That's a big thing that I want to confirm because it could change a little, especially in the East, because I think the East, they're all very close to each other. Even in the West, because the West, the Jazz and then the Mavericks are all like less than 5 games apart, or something like that. So it's
really close in the West out there.
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to be fighting for those last few games. I want to say 4, but I don't think it is. I think it's a little more than that. Oh, it's 8 seeding games. Okay, so yeah, it's not 4, it's 8. That took me almost 45 minutes to correct. That's great. But at the conclusion of these seeding games, we're going to have the playoffs. And yeah, I think that's it for today. I want to save, obviously, content because I want to do this more often and just get some content out there, talk about basketball a little more often. So we'll kind of end it here. Do you have any final remarks?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Obviously, this is, just kind of like our version of like a basketball podcast.
Trying to keep sane during quarantine.
Yeah, no, definitely trying to keep sane. Yeah, especially not being able to play basketball and not being able to watch. Man, that's tough. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed this podcast and kind of, I guess, if you don't follow the league as closely as we do, you at least learned a thing or two, maybe. I don't know. And I hope you're all as excited as us for the league to restart and for Orlando to be like this new bubble site for the playoffs and the finals. And hopefully we can get back on campus in the fall so that we can all watch these, really, really nice games together and, just get hyped because I miss getting hyped over basketball, man. I just love, watching basketball and, getting work done in the regular season, through the winter. Just such a great feeling just to have multiple games on every weekday, weekend. Just great. Great sport, Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. And thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you, I guess, next podcast.